And so here's Toronto. Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. George Hill out there with Ellis. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Hill. And it's Allen in at the 4. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. And Scola with the basket on the assist by Lowry. Scola's got his first points of the night. Pacers trail by 9.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
The drive by Lowry. Pass to Valanciunas. He kicks it to DeRozan from outside. And Hill has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Raptors leading by 7. Pass to Ross. Shoots the 3. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. Pass to Ross. Screen by Scola. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Indiana. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And it's sent back by Hill. Lowry for 3. The Pacers pull it in. This, of course, their first chance to take a look at this year's Toronto squad.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
Yeah, and as they renew acquaintances, if you're the underdog, you always want to show, hey, we've got something new up our sleeve. It should be fun.
Hill passes to George. The feed now to Hill. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. The drive by Ellis. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Scola's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he gets the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pacers trail by 9. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And that's 13 points here for George.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the basket by Hill.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And DeRozan. Here we go. Rebounded by Ellis. Ellis has got 6 rebounds in the game. It's deflected, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers. Retain possession. George against Ross. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Biombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And James Johnson is subbed in for Ross. Now here's Scola. Allen with the rebound.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Raptors with the lead. Feeds it to Scola. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just one shot remaining.
Here's Lowry. After the made shot from Monte Ellis.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Pacers trail by 5. The drive by Hill and stolen by Scola. Fast break, here they come. Here's DeRozan, but they recover it. And he can't jam it through. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Allen. This one. Here's DeRozan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball. Created in his own shot. But sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Raptors leading by 5. Johnson, wide open. He fires. Connects from three-point range. Johnson's got 11.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting
to take that shot away.
There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Hill. Hill's got 9 assists now tonight.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close. The defender was spinning around. Like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Now here's Ellis. 18 points for him.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Floats one up. George, no good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Ellis goes in. That's good from 17 feet away. Ellis has got 4 points now in the quarter. Raptors leading by 6. And DeRozan kicks to Scola. Toronto working the ball around now. Ellis against DeRozan. The kick out to Scola. Wants to get it to Biyombo. He does. And guys, Bismack Biyombo, he got into a groove at the end of last season. After Al Jefferson went down, remember the month of April, he averaged nearly 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks. He was all over the floor.
Yeah, and that's Bismack. I mean, he's that guy. He cleans the glass for you, intimidates shooters in the lane. He's not all the way consistent yet, but he's shown steady improvement.
And the Raptors with some changes. Patterson, he's checked in for Scola, for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Allen. Hill, he's checked in for George. And it's C.J. Miles in for Ellis.
Talking about Bismack Biyombo, he entered the league as an extremely raw prospect. He shot over 60% from the floor. The 2 seasons before that was only 45%.
Pacers trail by 9. Now here is Hill. 19 points in the game. Biyombo with the block. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And the Pacers with possession here. Miles, that's for two. Can't capitalize on the good screen.
And getting back to Biyombo for a moment, he has the potential for a breakout year. I mean, all the physical tools you would want. He's seen enough of the game. He's worked on those skills. Now it's time to just put it all together and become the player your potential dictates.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Biyombo. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hill's got his third rebound tonight. Kicks it to Miles. Wide open look. Jump shot is good that time. Miles has got 18 points. And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space four. And when he's hitting that jumper.
Screen for Hill. Biyombo with the block.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as a...
The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And the basket good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Mahimi, good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Oh, that's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now, here is Hill. 19 points in the game. Johnson with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Biyombo. It's stolen by Mahimi. Outside Turner, right side Hill. The shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Toronto. Now here's Ross.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. From outside the arc, good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And it's Turner off the drive. Here's Mahimi. And the layup's good off the glass. Mahimi's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they have the advantage, a big one in second chance points. Those extra possessions really help an offense, and it demoralizes the defense.
Ross against Hill. The pass to Ross. Now the dish to Patterson. Up top, Ross. Back to Patterson. A 3-ball. That's good. And the Raptors lead by 19.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And
welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Raptors leading by 19 points. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Terrence Ross. Powell is out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Biyombo at the 5 down low.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
That one goes. Count it.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
The shot by George, wide open. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim.
The assist, Jordan Hill.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Maybe the ball was a little slick. I don't know. That's a pass he should have handled, though.
Some changes for Toronto. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Biyombo. DeRozan comes in, and it's Lowry in for Joseph. And Indiana shooting about 42% so far. Miles dishes to Mahimi. It's deflected. Ross passes to Patterson. He feeds it to Ross. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Hill's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Good on the shot. That's now 22 points for Monte Ellis.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And DeRozan kicks to Ross. Back to DeRozan. Launches it. Can't hit. Ellis with some nice D.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Now here's DeRozan. For the 3. And the Raptors miss again. Here's Ellis. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 7th assist here tonight.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Here's Ellis following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Dishes it to George. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. George has got 19 points.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again. And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Ellis, that's good.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm. And they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting.
And it's the Pacers' ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And the Pacers call time here. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
Allen's checked in for Ian Mahimi. And it's Miles missing.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
What a game we've seen here for DeRozan. He's got 30 points and a total of 7 points for him from the line.
And that's a great number, Clark. And that's one that he's worked extremely hard to earn.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
Now here is Hill. Back to George. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on LaVoy Allen. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Indiana with it. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Ellis can't get it to go.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Ellis against DeRozan. And that one's good. 30 points for Ellis.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner. And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised his shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Raptors leading by 19. It's DeRozan with the drive. It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Sounds good.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
An even 3-on-3 break. Here's George, and off the glass. That one's good. George has got 11 points here in just the second half. Toronto's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the 4th quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Ellis. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
On defense, Indiana down by 12. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Here's Lowry. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Pacers trail by 12. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Tries again. Kicks it out to Allen. He dishes it to Ellis. Some nice passing here by Indiana. It's George on the wing. Patterson defending. Allen outside. He kicks to Hill. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 8 rebounds in this game.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time will tell. Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
And George gets it to go.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Lowry for 3. Good. Lowry's got 23 points.
And that tells you a lot about why the score is where it is. Lazy defense.
Hill dishes to Ellis. Hill passes to George. DeRozan with the rebound. Raptors leading by 13. Now Valanciunas. No good with the triple. Ellis outside. No good. Nice D from Valanciunas. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, you got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Both free throws good from Hill. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. Partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
But, Greg, they can't relax yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of work to do here.
It's stolen by Hill. And, oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. That's good. Hill's got 25 points in the game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
George against Ross. And it's Hill penetrating. Here's Allen, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Here's Hill after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Lowry's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And it's an 11-point Raptor lead. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
He just continues to light them up. They're gonna have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
Here's DeRozan.
DeRozan! Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is in elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle. The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play, utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told them to be on the lookout for something special.
Count the bucket. And 11 points for Hill.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Raptors leading by 11. Here's Lowry. Good on the shot.
The defense not... putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Ellis. 1:14 left to play in the final quarter. That's short off the rim. The drive by Lowry. Ross on the wing. Fires it up. Toronto working the ball around now. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Patterson. 37 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Lowry. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Valanciunas with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Valanciunas against Turner, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And he gets it to go.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Young outside. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positive.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Kyle.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kyle Lowry. What'd you think, Kenny?
It seems like Kyle Lowry just gets better with age. And his performance tonight can show you how far he's come as a basketball player. We know he's a great perimeter scorer, but now he can slice defenses up and get to the rim. It all mixes together and makes one dynamite player.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles, and you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game, you know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Ha! Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it. With it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it. With it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face, forward.